What I love most about dancing is how you can express yourself, and it's a way you can express yourself without using words, and it's also a kind of escapism, because you come to dancing and then you completely forget about the stress or the worries you have in day-to-day life, and you're just in your own little world.
We've got a really good social network of friends. It's really lovely, to see each other every week.
Everyone grows up together, so even if you come back, or you have breaks where you're at university and things like that, you always come back and everybody's still there. And you do just have those friends that then you catch up, you know about each other's lives,
go to each other's weddings.
Yeah.
There's almost a little bit of competition and jealousy as to how long you've been dancing. You've been dancing longer than me.
Because I'm older than you.
I know, but it makes me jealous because you've had a little bit extra more dancing than I have.
I'll swap ages with you.
Yeah, okay.
With Miss Bennett, you form a bond that I couldn't imagine having with anybody else. It'd be so weird if I danced somewhere that just wasn't with Miss Bennett. It'd be really, really weird.
I just can be myself and relax, and it isn't about my age, or my size, or my ability. I can just be me and just dance how I want to dance.
She's very kind, and she always wants what's best for you. So if she's not scared to tell you if you're doing something wrong, 'cause she knows that we want to be the best that we can.
It's like a family. This is my second home and my second family. It's lovely. I mean, as I say, from the minute we got here, we made friends and we became a close-knit group.
1, 2, 3, now feet together, wait for it.
That whole mentality of just wanting to help and be so invested in every student, and the only place that I can remember really feeling like that was Estelle.
We love the dancing, we love going to Miss Bennett, we love the group side of the people we've met, and I think for me to send Darcy there, to think there might be a chance that she can get half of what I've got and build the friendships.
At Estelle, we've, as cheesy as this will sound, a real bond, between everyone. Girls who are my age, who I know, my friends who have danced elsewhere. When I talk about Estelle, they're like, is it really what that's like there? And it really is. Other dance schools just don't seem to have that, the same kind of family bond that we have.
Miss Bennett's remarkable, really, to continue running the school on her own and still doing it now. She teaches all the classes all week. And she does it solely on her own, so she's amazing, really.
It's not like other dance schools where they have other teachers doing it as well. She's done it all on her own, I think.
Yeah. I think it's wonderful.
Even when she's poorly, she still comes. She doesn't miss a lesson.
She's come with broken wrists, hasn't she?
Yes. And a bad foot.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4.
I don't think she realises how much she affects people's lives and how much she gives them confidence and everything.
She has shaped me to be the person I am today, and the things that I've learned from Estelle and the people that I've met through Estelle are going to be those that I'd like to keep with me forever. And obviously without Miss Bennett, none of that would have happened.
The Estelle School of Dance is part, and the part is the Estelle School of Dance.
My name's Patricia Bennett. I've been running the Estelle School of Dance since I was 18 years of age, which was in 1958. I always wanted to be a dancer. I pestered my parents from about the age of, 3 probably, but I didn't start until I was 9. Ready? 1, 2, 3. My mother, she taught the piano, and my dad played at the Old Empire Theatre. He was a professional musician. And we had complimentary tickets every Monday night to go to the theatre, so my mum had to buy one because it was my sister as well. And we went every Monday night, whatever the show was. Well, I suppose as long as it was suitable for children. And I think that's where it all started, seeing the dancing in the shows. But I think because my dad was at the theatre, he just didn't want me to get involved, and that's why I started dancing rather late, really. However, I was so determined and I really wanted to do it. And I used to get up at 5 o'clock every morning to go to the Ballet Rambert School in London. I used to go every Saturday morning, so I was keen. We were all involved with music and dance, and it has been nice to sort of, well, keep it in the family. My husband, he was a music teacher at school. Yeah, it's sort of run through the family. My son went to the Royal Northern College of Music, and now he's a pilot, but he still does a lot of music. Jen started out as a nursery nurse, and now she's busy teaching the flute. And after David, well, for several years was musical director, well, all the years, I suppose. And then Jennifer took over as musical director for our shows at the Wyvern. And her 2 daughters are both busy in the dancing world, doing it all. So, yeah, we're all at it.
Hello, my name's Jen, and I am Pat's daughter. I did dance from, I think it was 18 months until I was 18. I went away to college, and I did a little bit of the body focus class after that when I came back to Swindon. But that was really the end of my dancing career. I took over the music instead when the time came. I am now musical director for the Wyvern shows. I inherited that from my father, who was a music teacher, violinist and double bass player, and he was Mum's musical director for many, many years until he had to step down due to ill health, and then I took over the baton. Working as a close family unit can become quite intense. However, it's ultimately a real joy. And all those months of preparation and the rehearsal time, all that effort. When I stand in the orchestra pit and I've got my little band around me and then I see what's happening on the stage, all those amazing dances, the costumes, which are so colourful, and Mum's attention to detail. I'm very proud of her and the fact that she's just kept going so relentlessly for so long. And she always comes up with new ideas, and she's so encouraging to all the children. And now I have my 2 daughters dancing as well. So it takes on another significance now because I can stand in the pit playing my flute, waving my arms around for everybody to sing, and then I see my daughters up there as well, and that's really special.
My name is Alex. I'm her granddaughter.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm her granddaughter as well.
All show me your spin to the right. That way. Oh, that's very nice, Sky. Well done. But you've got to go round twice.
Not everyone's able to run a school of lots of dancers on their own, and so I think it's very clever, and because it's just my grandma, I think it's very special, and the fact that she's kept at it and hasn't stopped at all, and she's been doing it for so long on her own.
One of the things she's taught us is to try our best and do what we can.
Right. Can you pretend? No, can't pretend. You'll have to be my partner then. Is that all right? The only thing is I've got a bad foot, so how are we going to manage? I shall have to hobble along.
Couldn't she do it by
herself? She doesn't want to do it by herself, so... Anyway, we're just going to mark what you're going to do, so stand up very tall. I think everybody strives to get the best out of their pupils. I mean, I started with just 2, and a lot of my pupils now, their children come to dancing, and they're still dancing themselves, so there's quite a big age range.
I've been coming to Estelle for 2 years, about 2 years, but I've known Pat for 23 years, since my daughter Lucia started ballet.
I've been dancing now for 26 years.
I've been dancing 24 years.
I'm just trying to think how many pupils I have seen over the years, but yeah, it must be hundreds, really. Quite a few parents now that, well, they're still dancing and they've got teenage daughters coming to dance still, and little ones.
I've been with the Estelle School of Dancing for 37 years.
And I've been dancing since I was 2.
I've been dancing 42 years. And I've been dancing for 11 years.
I don't know how many generations it would be, really. It's difficult to work out, isn't it?
I've been dancing for 13 years.
15 years.
Nearly 13 years.
For 19 years now.
I've been coming for ever such a long time. More years than you would know.
Most students that come here stay. For me, that sums up Miss Bennett perfectly.
I just enjoy it. I like to try to get the best out of the children, and hope, you know, that they appreciate it, I suppose.
I have a memory of walking past. There was a different hall that we used to dance in, where I used to live as a child, and I remember walking past the church hall with my mum, hearing all the piano playing and Miss Bennett's voice ringing out through the windows. And I said to my mum, I'd like to do that. I don't really think I knew what I let myself in for, but
that was how it started.
That was how it started, yeah.
Whereas I started from a fib. I told my primary school teacher that I went to dance lessons, and at parents' evening, my primary school teacher told my mum how lovely it was that I went dancing and how much I seemed to enjoy it and how I talked about it all the time, and I'd never been dancing in my life. So my mum rang Miss Bennett and asked if I could come dancing, and that was the start of it.
Apparently everyone else at school was dancing, so I decided I should do it as well. So Mum took me to Saturday Ballet, and then it went on from there because I was adamant that was what I needed to do.
When I was younger, I was dancing around in a little fairy outfit in the back garden, and Mum thought it'd be good for me to start my dancing. So I started doing Saturday ballet class.
I was only 2 when I started dancing, so it was more down to my mum. I was always singing and dancing around, so as soon as I was old enough to go, she knew some ladies who brought their children to Miss Bennett, so she brought me along as well.
I was only 2 when I started, and I loved it from my very first lesson.
And then you turn. I love the baby class, because I think this is where it all starts, and I think that's lovely. I do love the little ones.
This is my left hand. There's a dance, isn't there, where you have to shake your left hand and your right hand, and then your left hand and your left foot.
Point. Shall we use the same foot as me? Oh, this way. Some children just like to dance, and it's part of their education, I think, and like we said, discipline, all that sort of thing that will help them through life.
They're not, yeah, they're ones we've done this year. These are Estelle. These are all. Oh, this is the rainbow. Did you do the rainbow?
I didn't do
There was like our younger ones and older ones in it.
Yeah.
And so it went up in height order. So the smallest would be red and it went up. So Meg was red. But if anyone couldn't make it, and you know when I said it would get like, I'd come in. And then so she'd be bumped up to orange and I'd get red and she'd be really annoyed. I have no idea how she runs that school on her own. And I think as a child, I would just take for granted that I had one teacher and she just taught everything and see you 3 times a week, Miss Bennett. Now as a teacher, I don't know how she does it and I don't know how she's continued to do it.
I can't imagine driving up Upham Road and not knowing that Miss Bennett would be in the hall pretty much every night of the week. Whenever you call in, she'll be here.
I can't remember my life not dancing and not with Miss Bennett in it.
I always think that, you know, because she's so committed, it sort of gives the children that sort of a focus and a determination as well.
You have to look out for each other and you have to help each other. Like, you can't just think about yourself, you have to think about what everyone else is doing as well. And that's a very important thing about being an Estelle girl.
For me, it is about the inclusion of everybody. That's just so key. It is about getting everybody involved, everybody is included, giving good feedback when you can and constructive feedback when it's needed and letting them be a part of something. I think it's really special.
What I experienced at Estelle and the investment that Miss Bennett had in every individual, regardless of their ability, is definitely something that I feel is really important to me as a teacher.
I think it's just her world and it's just her life, and she must just really enjoy it to want to come and do it still.
I think as long as I keep well, I want to keep going, and I wouldn't wish to retire. I wouldn't know what to do with myself, apart from my gardening, which I do love, but that's a bit seasonable, so...
Not really something I don't think any of us particularly want to think about.
And I think we all get a bit sad and emotional if you have to think about that.
Because it's an amazing dance school. Don't ever stop at what you do because she has such a big passion for it. It's not just about the actual dancing, she actually has stuff behind the dance steps.
That sense of purpose, that determination that you can succeed, I think that's what she has given to her students.
I think Miss Bennett makes lovely dancers, and she makes lovely young ladies as well out of the girls that she teaches, and she should take a lot of credit for that.
She does it because she loves it. She's not in it to make millions, fortunes.
She wants to make it accessible for people, because if people want to do something that they could love or that they do love, then
people can afford it. It hasn't changed. It's gone up 50p, I think, since I've always been there. So that's a long time.
Hobbies for kids these days can be so exclusive if people don't have the money to do it. Whereas, you know, to go along to a ballet class and it costs you a couple of quid a week, it's so significantly different from costing £20 a week or something like that. It makes it accessible.
It's if you want to do it, I don't think it's too late, no. I do run a Keep Fit class and adult tap. It's called Body Focus. People in their 70s, even 80s, who've come along to that. And some of them have started tap who've never done it before. And yeah, it's quite good.
It must be frustrating for us sometimes because we do things wrong and we don't remember from week to week. Well, I don't anyhow. Yeah. She's very patient with us.
She definitely doesn't want to let anybody down, does she?
She's given the community so much. The only school in Swindon that does their shows at the Wyvern for charity, and it's this one.
My niece had a baby who unfortunately died, but he was treated at Great Ormond Street. I think that was one of the reasons around that.
She puts so much of her own money in. I don't know this for certain, but like whenever we rack up a total for what we raise for the shows, I'm sure she must put something in to round off to, because we always get like a £5,000 or something really round. So I'm sure she must put in quite a lot of her own money to get it up to what it is.
Diabetes UK, at the time with that one, we had 2 children with type 1 diabetes, and I am a type 1 diabetic, having been diagnosed years ago, so insulin dependent. So that was the reason for doing that one. I can't remember some of the others, but there's been quite a few over the years, yeah.
She's raised over £100,000. To me, she just needs to be recognised for everything she's given to this community.
It's really rare that you find somebody who wants to do that.
To make a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I've always felt quite happy in what I've done. I've tried to keep a fairly ordinary life going. I suppose as long as I keep healthy, touch wood, I'll carry on.
If you could say something to Miss Bennett, like if she was sat here where I am now, like what would you like to say to her?
Words can't really explain it enough. Just thank you for putting up with me, I'd say, for all the years, and I thank you for helping me through everything.
I would just thank her for all the opportunities that she's given me, and the kind of support that she's given me is lovely.
Just for everything, the way I am as a person, and I think a lot of that is down to Miss Bennett.
I think we are all a family, even if you're not related. It's just a lovely place to be when Miss Bennett is around.
I'd like to say thank you to Miss Bennett. She's been a great teacher and I've really enjoyed going to all of my dancing lessons.
I think she's just amazing as a woman, like physically what she can still do is incredible. I don't know anybody like that. That's my goal. If I can still dance and teach by the time I'm her age, I would feel very pleased with my life.
You've been a big part of my life and I wouldn't be who I am today.
Miss Bennett is still Miss Bennett, whether you're this high, or this high. And that's what makes the school.
For being there, for helping us to become the women that we are, which I think is caring, kind, all of those things that she is, and I think you just take them through your life.
I really, really think that she deserves all the thanks she can get for all she does for everyone.
She really has touched my life. I've really enjoyed my time with the Estelle School of Dance.
She's given me a massive gift, the gift of loving dance, but a gift of friendship. Yeah, just thank you.
Thank you for letting us be part of it.
Thank you. That's it.